What's the deal? You already know what it is. Back at this from another video to pump out to my young boys, maybe girls, but not today. We got Chris Shine and Blueface back in here. I watched this video already. I watched the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing actually. I watched the Chris Shine and Blueface parts already. But I want to get back in here and break it down. I see a lot of people on social media debating who's the real abuser, who's the real victim, blah, blah, and all of that type of stuff. And I decided I'm about to go in here, watch it again. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna take my people with me. We about to break this down and see what's really going on here. And I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on what I think really going on here. But let's get into this. We got Blueface and Krishan on No Jumper. Let's see what's going on. Who that for?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk. Hey man, this one right here,
We got the hottest couple on the internet.
pretty much right now. How has it been for y'all, man? How is it? First and foremost, how are y'all doing today?
Great. I'm doing
You
great.
okay?
They gonna be the hottest couple in the damn lake of fire, and they keep this shit up. That was too soon. Damn. That's the wrong button, bro. Too soon. Is it too soon to be turning up like that? Let me keep going.
A little teary-eyed a little bit earlier. I was.
What's going on? What happened?
What's going
I
on?
just emotional. I don't know if it's my period or am I pregnant. I don't know.
You say you don't know if it's your period or if you're.
It's them demons.
I'm just saying, like, that's what's going on.
Well, I don't think you're pregnant if you got your period, sweetie.
I'm just saying, I don't know if it's that or that.
Yeah. I mean, I was just trying to help her out here, so you know, I don't think it was. Hey,
What happened? What triggered these tears?
Huh?
What triggered these tears? What's going on right now?
Nothing. It could be like completely
What happened? What triggered these tears?
nothing.
I just had to repeat that.
So I got nothing to do with anybody. Okay, can we talk about something
you
else?
see,
Not my
you
tears.
seem nervous.
I'm not
Hey,
nervous.
we here for you.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
here.
but
We're
you
here for you,
mean-
sweetie. For real, we are.
Your
So just
demeanor,
speak
your
up for us.
energy.
Hey, however you feel it today, hopefully we can get that out.
We here for you.
You've dominated 2022. You gonna get your flowers today. We gotta
I
talk about it.
appreciate
You know.
Sure. I like your song too, Vibes.
Thanks.
I was like, I ain't even know that was her ass. I said, oh, look at her. She can rap too. Okay, she just don't know how to just fight and take off on shit. She actually get out on the music scale. How's that been for you, like transitioning from obviously like, you know, a no name, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like living regular life to just all this fame now and this, you know what I'm saying? This newfound stardom. How's it been for you? How's the transition been, Krishan?
I just give glory to God. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm
Glory
just
to
like,
God, huh? God
yeah.
is good.
That doesn't even answer the damn question. But all
All
praises to the Most High. I guess it ain't never a bad time to give praise and reverence, but you know that ain't answer the
That's
question.
why I didn't understand why you're so sad.
She not listening. So already from the jump, maybe something happened off screen or before they got here, off the break. She walks in, she crying, and then you know she's clearly not all the way there. She's not even really listening to the interview. It's like she's a part of the interview, but she's not really. She's not there for the interview. She there because Blueface is there, essentially. But let's keep going.
I'm not sad.
He was crying, so I was like, damn, what's...
Yeah, because
Just get
I just
emotional.
told you, I'm emotional right now. It's either my period or I'm
The TV.
pregnant.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Then it's like, okay, it's. I find the period or pregnant thing kind of strange. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like it's already drilled in her to kind of like try to make headlines. So she throwing the possibility of pregnancy out there. Oh, it's my period or I'm pregnant. Because it's kind of like everybody, the last thing, it's kind of like a unspoken thing that these two may potentially bring a child into the world. and everybody is kind of hoping that doesn't happen. So it's like she keep throwing this, I'm pregnant, and everybody's like, please don't be pregnant. But let's keep going.
Did you not hear me, sir?
Yo, I did. I just know that, a period and pregnancy don't run hand in hand.
I'm saying it's either.
Am I tripping?
Me personally, I wouldn't even want to talk about that shit. But let's keep going.
Did you not hear me?
I would have just let her get off with the dumb shit. I'd have just let her get off because, yeah, we not about to talk about that.
Like she means like
Either that
when your
or
period
this.
is on the way.
It's either that or this.
Next
It's on
week,
the way.
next week gonna be my emotional week.
Okay, it's on the way. I'm under the impression that it was going on right now. She was like, it's either my period
Right.
or I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
when I
like it's
listened to
finna
that-
come.
She don't know yet. It's on the way.
Or
It's gonna come or it's not gonna come.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations if it doesn't come.
Oh God.
Right.
You
Wait.
did tweet
Oh,
a few
never
days
mind.
ago that
When
your
did I
wedding is gonna be in October. So you guys planning a wedding?
You guys
Yeah,
planning a
I
wedding?
peeped that. We planning the wedding?
She crazy.
What was that about?
Crazy, bro.
What was that about, man?
Will Zeus be televising it? What's going
Yeah.
on? Is that
Get
the
married on Zeus?
is that the episode?
Married on Zeus?
Me in Love?
I'm getting married in October. That's what I said.
Hey, I don't mind coming and, being the pastor. And seeing y'all, I said, I don't mind coming, and being the pastor,
Hell
man,
no.
and signing it off, man, on the dotted line for y'all, man. I think that'd be a beautiful thing because at first, I'm going to be real with y'all. When I seen this, I was like, this got to be for play. This got to be because they make good money together. That's how I looked at it. Like, people like seeing y'all together.
Right.
That's a weird way to bridge that conversation together. But, that's, it's their job to do that type of stuff. He said, show up to the wedding as a pastor or something, sign on the dotted line for you. And then you said, but at first, I thought this was just some bullshit. It's like, how you think it was some bullshit? How you think it was some bullshit? Now you ready to help these niggas get married? Like, that's that's like double-mindedness. You went from writing it off, and now you trying to help them get married. But let's keep going.
Like seeing y'all interact, whether it's drama, whether it's just kicking it, whether it's just y'all two motherfuckers just sitting there and just looking at each other and not saying nothing.
Right.
People like seeing y'all together. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. What is we? Hold on.
Interact, whether it's drama, whether
Hold on, bro.
I looked at it like people play. This got to be because they make good money together. That's how I looked at it. Like, people like seeing y'all together.
Right.
People like seeing y'all interact, whether it's drama, whether it's just kicking it, whether it's just y'all two motherfuckers just sitting there and just looking at each other and not saying nothing.
Right.
People like
No, wait, fuck,
seeing
wait.
y'all together.
Where? Fuck no. What is he talking about? What is? Don't nobody see this be that shit, bro. I don't be liking when niggas just be dick sucking celebrities just because they celebrities, bro. And I actually like Sharp. I ain't gonna Sharp straight, bro. But I don't be like fuck them, bro. I mean, they ain't gotta be like fuck them, but I'm saying like, nigga, be real. Ain't nobody sitting up here liking them. Nobody's saying, oh yeah, we love them, and I watch them stare at each other and all that. Ain't nobody saying that. People want to see them together for the dumb stuff. Don't nobody like them together. Oh, we love them together. We'll watch them just stare at each other and all of this. Like, please, bro. Well, maybe that's just me. Maybe people will. Maybe people genuinely do. Me personally, though, I don't like diving into other people's lives. Like, that's just never was something that amused me. I never liked vlogs and none of that type of stuff. I'm straight. I don't really care about, other people's personal lives. Like, I don't want to see Blueface and Krishan wake up, hey honey, and breakfast and all of that type of stuff. So maybe, but people, there's an audience for that. There's people that do actually like that stuff. People that primarily watch vlog content and all that type of stuff, That's your thing, I'm about to keep going now.
know what I'm saying? So I didn't know until like I seen like
But he
okay,
capping though. That don't take away the fact he's capping. I ain't never seen nobody say that they would want to see them just stare at each other, like that they just love them that much that they'll watch them without nothing going on. Nah, that's a lie.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you last time, I was like, damn, I thought it was just a sham. I said, shit, I just making money, get your bread.
Right.
But then I start seeing y'all really do love each other, and I see you even when
It's not about the money.
can't hear you, sweetie.
Then he's throwing around this damn L word. He feeling it. You want to talk about? I'm calling out everybody that's part of the problem. This nigga is part of the problem. I'm talking about they love each other. I see you guys really love each other and all of that type of stuff. And then you supposed to be an OG. You supposed to be an OG, and you trying to and you telling them that this is what love is. You gonna look this young couple in their face and lie to them like this and tell them this what love is and say y'all love each other. That's crazy. But this nigga's a pimp. If you letting the damn pimp tell you what love is, your discernment is just garbage. But let's keep going.
I said it's not about the money, but
Of course not.
I get it.
What is it about? What's keeping you guys together?
Love?
You think? Because I've been in this before. I fucked with people where maybe it's a traumatic bond that brought y'all together. Maybe it was something that happened that was very big that only y'all two understand. If that makes any sense. Traumatic bond.
So then you gonna introduce these niggas to trauma bonding after you just said declare that they love each other. So which one is it? How you gonna tell them? Yeah, y'all love each other, but then say, but it could be trauma bonding. Y'all really don't love each other. I do know it's cases where it's some trauma involved and people get together and all of that, and they don't. But you just said it was love. You said you see they love each other. Now you about to introduce them to trauma bonding and maybe this is the case. So y'all gotta see it.
Bring people together too.
So like traumatically.
Like shit being f***ed up. Yeah. You
Rich?
could add a f***ed up.
Oh.
No, just having a f***ed up situation. You having a f***ed up situation. Whether it don't have to be financially. You know what I'm saying? It can just be something mentally something going on that bonded y'all. And that's what I would consider
What
almost a
bonded us?
traumatic
That's
bond. Like it be some
traumatically.
f***ed up shit really bring people together.
Yeah,
Oh, when we fight each other?
I don't think it's traumatic. I think it's
Yeah, I don't think that either. Only if we fight each other.
it's not a traumatic bond. It's more of a I don't know. Like it's like an underground thing. Like when I met her, she was underground.
Right.
So
Underground.
her getting
That was
to
a good way to put it.
yeah, her getting to this point.
That was a good way to put it.
This is a horrible way to put it. What are you talking about? He ain't understand what he said. I don't even blame him for not understanding. It was why I'd even bring it up. But then he don't get it, so they don't understand it. He couldn't explain what trauma bond it was for real. But they talking about that's not us. Is what it really is what it is that's keeping us so tight together is the fact that I met her when she was underground. Is what Blueface is what he's about to tell us. He's about to tell us the reason that their bond is so strong and they love each other so much is because he met her while she was underground and people didn't know who she was like that. But let's let him get to that.
For sure, yeah. It was an underground relationship. So from starting with that, it's kind of like each day that we keep going, it's like
What do you mean by underground
a
relationship?
bond. Underground.
Each day we keep going is like a bond.
Like secret?
Can I get a shot?
No, not secret. More underground is kind of like undiscovered,
Can I get a shot?
unappreciated, disliked.
Come on, Tiny, pass me the bottle.
Not ideal to
Exactly.
everybody
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
really what you would applaud.
Yeah.
So it started as that from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, all right, if
The
everybody.
odds was always against y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like if the odds is against us, obviously we're gonna have a natural bond just from being underdogs.
How do you guys feel about the Whitney and Bobby or Ike and Tina comparison?
I mean, personally, yeah, I don't really know too much about their story, so I couldn't even tell you if it was similar or not. But
Hold on, what is she saying?
Tina comparison.
I mean, personally, yeah, I never really.
Whitney and Bobby or Ike and Tina comparison.
I mean, personally, yeah, I I don't really know too much about their story, so I couldn't even tell you if it was similar or not. But from what I do know, we don't have like any drugs involved.
What's the deal, bro?
It's not funny.
I'm feeding her anything to keep her going or anything, honestly.
So you say she's not chemically infused here?
Yeah, no.
This is just really her.
Yeah, I should be here for a minute.
Right.
Why did you talk
But
to
from what I know from their
Actually,
situation,
what?
it's kind of drug based, right? Whitney Houston, Ike and Tina.
Yo, get your Obi.
Well, that's why the comparison
Whitney
is so
Houston,
false.
Bobby.
Because it's kind of
Where's
saying that,
Soda?
these is two crackheads and
Yeah,
they just
yeah,
out,
type thing.
loose.
Well, you don't look like no crackhead.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I'll
I mean,
be honest with you.
all we do is drink and smoke.
Y'all don't
it's
act
kinda-
like it either.
Yeah,
I
no.
know.
I know some
I know
smokers.
some drug addicts. I was about to say I know some drug addicts, and y'all don't act like that.
Yeah, no, not at all. So, I mean, but the comparison is, I can see the comparison. I guess it's an ideal couple that people don't really approve of or agree with. So, I guess
People
we're
love
that.
watching shit that they don't approve
Right, they
of,
love
right?
to keep
Love that
tabs on it,
shit.
though.
They love it.
You actually just tweeted something about that.
They love to keep tabs on shit they don't like. About
you
the.
That is true. That's just the human thing, though. We especially growing up in the environments we grew up, our entertainment becomes chaos. So we be here for the ignorance, and then we tap in. We will still watch it and all that shit. Trying to see where my chat at and why it's not appearing on the screen, but let's keep going.
You just tweeted that
What
there
was
are
your tweet?
people
Can you
who.
quote it for us? What was your tweet?
I said, I love when I spot a motherfucker who said me and Rock doing the show is a bad idea, but they're watching full circle, like every episode. They're reporting on it. They're promoting us.
Who have
What
you
I
spotted?
Academics, for sure.
Let y'all do something good though. They ain't gonna talk about you.
Nah,
They only want to talk about your bad shit.
ain't gonna never
And
post
I think
that.
me and her,
They'll never post that. What good Blueface and Krishan gonna be getting into? Man. What good is they gonna be getting
in
into?
the media world today, like me and her
Where's the
experienced
soda?
that kind of like.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
like,
get dragged every time I speak well on you guys.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
somebody
mean,
said,
but
why-
it's still a viral moment. You know, whether you get dragged or not, it's still a.
Right.
yeah,
It brings in customers, so I see why people do it.
yeah.
You know, obviously they got to speak on the hottest topics at the time. So
My shit's been organic though, bro. Like I didn't do it like to.
yeah,
I
because
don't like- you know what I'm
you
saying?
keep the same personality. Like,
Yeah, like I didn't do it like for views because I know it's gonna be views. And I
Yeah,
feel
right.
like that's for y'all too. Like
Right.
I don't think y'all do it for views. I don't
Nah,
think y'all
no,
do
no.
it really for any of that. I think y'all motherfuckers just crazy together. Y'all just love each other.
yeah, we just have a lot of moments. That's all.
Yeah.
We have a lot of moments. And see, the thing about you is you kind of like
You want the soda?
stand on your initial idea of it. You know, other podcasts and interviewers, they'll dick ride you in the beginning and then turn around.
I don't want to sneak nobody. I
Yeah,
feel like
that-
that's sneaking a
Exactly.
motherfucker.
So
like,
in
on
the
some
beginning, they'll be
bullshit.
like, "Oh, this the hottest artist out. He's this man." Speaking specifically,
Passive-aggressive is what it's
specifically
called.
at academics right now. He'll suck my dick to this motherfucker come, and then later on,
That's me personally. That ain't nothing I'ma say. I ain't gonna lie. That's not even an analogy I'll even make. That's not the kind of analogy I make. You could have said a lot of things. That wasn't it.
fix his mouth after he sucked my dick. Fix his mouth to be like, "Oh, this is not a good idea. He must not have this. He must not have
He's
that."
very, and I'm gonna say this, academics. You know, he's a very passive-aggressive type
Yeah.
dude because he's done that to me,
He
or he's
always-
done that to
You're
like he's done that to
weirdo.
the No Jumper crew.
But
And
he always eat his words later
yeah,
on.
like he
because
was like, I fuck with Sharp and I fuck with the whole crew, but then 2 minutes later he'd be like, I put my foot on all their chests.
Yeah, like-
bruh, what is you talking
like,
about,
pick a
bro?
side, man. Like, it sounds
Bro, like
crazy.
I call that passive-aggressive.
Right.
Like you acting like you.
You call that passive aggressive? All right.
Nigga, but you really not.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
really don't fuck with what we doing.
You waiting
know
for
what
your
I'm saying?
moment.
And you waiting for your moments, you know. But I get it though. Everybody got a job.
For sure.
Everybody got a job, man. I guess his is to be passive aggressive. That's what I call it. Like, nigga, like, what are you saying? You're saying it without trying to say it.
Right.
You know?
So
But
the people want to know. We all just watched episode 4 of Crazy in Love. Can we know what happened in the moment that before the cameras arrived and your head was bleeding?
Yeah. So I mean,
Do we really
it wasn't even that deep. I'm gonna just touch the surface. Like,
touch what surface?
you know, sometimes she has a day where she's feeling like
There you go.
in her best. And some days she has
Now
days
you
where
just know. Don't
she's-
even touch the surface.
she's
if you're
easily
talking
triggered.
To me.
You hear me talking?
Papa,
Do you hear me talking?
can we not talk
Yes or
about it?
no?
Yeah, see, the thing is, I'll be transparent. See, the thing is, we struggle streaming. So when I do face cam, I do this off my phone. So when I do show the face cam, it lags, essentially. To make a long story short, it's just gonna lag. Too bad. I'm trying to get some more, a better internet router. I'm trying to get a new one. So that's what I've been working on for the most part. So yeah, that's why the face cam ain't been there. When it's there, the shit just gonna lag. And it's gonna be out of sync. And it's kind of like pick your poison. I could do no face cam, and just it'll just, you know, be straight, or I sit up there and do face cam, and then my vocals will get out of sync with the actual what's the name. But then it really now it's apparent that I'm struggle streaming, cause you know I can freak it and be like, all right, it don't seem like it's a struggle stream. But if it really look like a struggle stream to the point where you can identify it's a struggle stream, then it's really a struggle stream. So yeah, you know.
You want me to embarrass you or not?
Why the fuck you want to embarrass me?
Because
That's
when
weird.
I'm talking, you shouldn't be talking like that.
That's weird. I don't want to talk about it.
So what had happened, Blue?
Thank you.
Oh, that's messed up.
So she was having one of them days where, you know,
For sure,
like
pray for
easy-
Anthony's daughter.
Easy fuse lit. And I was kind of, when we pulled up to the house, there was some white dude sitting on the stairs. So I'm fucking with him, like, oh, you look like this, you look like that, you know, just fucking with him. She took it upon herself to, like, trying to, like, kind of defend him, like, why are you being mean to him?
What are you talking about? I
So
thought
I'm
you were
like-
talking about me, and then I called you a bitch. I said,
Yeah,
why you being a bitch?
we gotta say what led up to
And
that,
then
though.
you
We can't
straight
just say that.
fired off.
Why you say that to your
did
man,
what I
though?
did.
Thank you.
That's your
yeah.
man.
Let's answer that.
Like, think about it. Don't you think that?
So right, here we go. Why you calling your man a bitch? Ladies, it's respect the respect should go both ways. Nobody called nobody a bitch. That's my thoughts on that, because they about to talk about this for a minute. They about to get into a tangent on it.
Like, put,
Okay,
like,
my man
demasculate
called me a bitch, so why are you
There
being a
you go.
bitch? Like, why are
Hey,
you
but
being
there
a
you go,
bitch?
But that's still your man.
He gotta call me a bitch?
That's your man.
Okay, that's weird.
That's your man at the
That's
end
weird.
of
If
the
he
day.
called me,
So off rip, we just seeing they don't respect each other. They don't respect each other. But it's love, right, Sharp? That's love. Let's keep going.
bitch,
Why
you're a
you
bitch
with him?
too. You're
If
a
he's
bitch.
weird, if he's
You're a bitch
weird,
too.
if
You're a
he-
bitch
listen,
too.
if he is
You're a
weird,
bitch too.
if he
You're a
is weird,
bitch too.
See, that's
He's
what
weird.
You're a
she does.
bitch too.
You can't
But
get
if
through to
he's
her,
Like,
weird,
what?
but
You
if
can't
he's
get through
weird,
to her.
why be
Don't
with
call
him?
me a bitch if you don't want to be a bitch too.
You can't get through to her.
Don't
Oh,
call me a
sweetie.
bitch if you don't want to be a bitch
You don't
too.
think that demasculates your man, son?
You
When
don't
tell
think
him-
that? You don't
that make
think?
him feel
My
loved?
nigga, are you listening?
I'm
You're just
listening.
talking for one person.
I'm listening.
You're not. You're talking
You're
for
talking
one
for
person.
one person.
How?
You're not listening because you're not even letting him talk.
Yeah,
You're
let
just
me do my
saying the
deal.
little man
You're
shit.
not
I
having-
can't.
You just saying the little man shit. She not trying to hear what's being said. She's not trying to learn. And fellas, if you dealing with a woman that's not at the very least willing to learn, it's over. If she's not willing to at least, you know, cooperate or something, it's over with. If she's not willing to listen, it's over.
I get it. That's the thing.
So, yeah,
but it's
she's-
not a thing.
She's not too good at
If
letting.
you're-
My thoughts on Kevin Samuels. I think Kevin Samuels was I think he was wilding out. I think he was wilding out, and he got set up. I got a video on Kevin Samuels, where I try to like break down a little bit his death. It's an older video. It's under. It should be under the video section. It's definitely not alive, or it might be. I don't know. But I definitely did a video on Kevin Samuels when he died, cause his death is very shady. It still is very shady to me. But it's Kevin Samuels said a lot of stuff that was true, but he said a lot of stuff that was also not true. Like Kevin Samuels on record saying, I think he said we need to advocate for men being with other men. It's like Kevin Samuels was obviously a homosexual, so it's like, how we gonna have a homosexual be the word and represent, masculinity and getting women and all of that other type of stuff. Yeah, no, they slipped something in they slipped something in Kevin. They slipped him something, I don't know, and they robbed him. That's what I believe. But in Andrew Tate was, honestly, I fucked with Andrew Tate at first, but as more stuff keep coming out, it's like this. It's not looking good for dog. I can't side with him. It's just it's too much. It's too much on him at this point. I can't even act like this dude is a good person. The nigga, he with the boule. He one of those. He a damn agent. So, fuck him. This is what they do though. Satan, the way Satan operate, he builds stuff up and then tear it down. Look at what just happened with with Rick and Morty. Satan knew what the enemy knew what they was doing when they cast this guy that already had a history of being a creep. He already had creepy shows out there. So then they take this guy, put him on a pedestal, give him Rick and Morty. They having us, all the people, love Rick and Morty and all of this other type of stuff. And then next thing you know, Satan drops the bombshell. Oh, he was a pedo the whole time. Ha ha ha. Get ha ha ha. And then now they destroy Rick and Morty. Satan gives the people something. That's how he do with the rappers and all of that stuff. When he give them the record deals, the chains, he builds you up, give you something, then tear you down. They built up Andrew Tate, made it seem like, okay, they made him the face of masculinity, and then they gonna tear you down. He gonna tear you down. It's nothing. Satan never just gives you anything. He always pull the rug up from under your feet, and that's what we gotta know. So I didn't hear about the Rick and Morty, and that's what we gotta know. Let's keep going here.
Like calling me a bitch too. He quit saying it's a double standard shit.
Well, Rock, explain yourself.
Fuck that double standard.
What happened in that moment? Why did you call him a bitch?
Because I felt like I was played with, and every time he felt like he played with, he called me a bitch. So
Every
if I
time I
can't call
hear
you a
you,
bitch,
you always say he's
So
playing
you
with
feel
you.
like if I can't disrespect you,
if I feel like I can't
You
call you
always
a bitch.
playing with her. You ask her.
She's easily.
I watch it. You
triggered, bro.
always say he playing. You be like, why you playing with me, my nigga?
Easily.
Why you always doing that
All right,
weird
cool.
shit?
Yeah,
say
okay.
that.
And if I say
So, and basically, real quick, to those who don't know, the voice actors for Rick and Morty, and the creator of the show and the voice actors for the Rick and Morty, essentially it's come out that he's like been talking to underage fans and all of this stuff. He real creepy. He want girls to get Morty tattoos on they breast and all of this other type of stuff. He's into that. He's deep into that underage stuff, and he knows it. So yeah, Rick and Morty might be done. They might end up canceling the show or doing whatever. Rick and Morty, the iconic duo that they didn't brought out, might be over with. Unless not, they might sweep it under the rug, but it's not looking like it. It's a lot of public outroar on this guy. So yeah, Rick and Morty might be over with. Y'all should look into that when you get the chance.
bitch, she can say, okay, cool. Like, if you could call me a bitch, I could call you a bitch back. Straight up.
What happened?
He don't feel that way, so we fought. That's that. Like, what?
Did you you learn anything from it?
What do you mean, learn anything from it?
Other than getting a fight.
What do you mean, learn anything from it?
By coming together with your man
weird.
and saying, you know what, baby, we're not going to be on that anymore because I really do fuck with you and respect you. Church, I don't know if she really do at that point. If she going to roll her eyes at it.
She's very...
If you're called a bitch by a nigga,
I should be able to call you.
And I can be able to call you a bitch back. But just because it's a double standard thing, that's unfair. Don't talk to me about the unfair shit.
We heard that.
Don't talk to me about the double standard shit.
Can you let them talk?
I'm done with
Always
that.
say this.
Okay. Well, hold on.
She feels strongly about being called a bitch, which is natural, which is normal. You give respect, you receive respect. That's all she's saying. They don't respect each other. Blueface problem is he already deep in a loop of disrespecting this woman so much. You think you about to get some respect back? You think the problem with them is they holding on to nothing. They both got a lot of growth. Krishan needs to grow on her own. Blueface needs to grow on his own. There's no way this relationship is ever gonna become kumbaya or anything like that. So they already too deep in a rabbit hole of they already didn't tarnish anything. They done already fought each other, attempted to murder each other. There's no respect there. It's over with. So his problem is he's off the copium for sure. You really off the copium. You think you about to get some respect at this point in the relationship? You think you about to get some respect? Nah, it's over. That shit, the respect ship has long sailed. It's over with on that. You should have been instilling that stuff in that woman. It's over with. It truly is. Let's keep going.
What Gina's about to say? What you about to say?
Because
I was just gonna say
bitch and you make it common.
The perception is just different just because of how much we've seen you be the aggressor so much. So that's why people is looking at it.
I see like the aggressor.
That's why people is looking.
I agree full-heartedly. We took it. Men took advantage of the power they had over women, and blew them out to the point where we at what we at now. What we dealing with is a definitely a direct result of how the men did women in the 90s.
Like you're just instantly the one that's the disrespect.
But what happened there was all part of the plan that stems even farther back.
Yes. We can all
This is your intervention today. We tricked you.
Everybody tell her heroics.
We tricked you today. This is really an intervention. Welcome.
That day, you called me a bitch for no reason.
Can y'all tell us what happened?
That day, you called me a bitch for no reason. Man, why is we playing, Blueface? Why is we playing? How many days you didn't call her a bitch for no reason? We can't even. Why is we pretending?
Let's stay on that day.
Like, what are you talking about?
Back and forth. So that day.
Let's stay on that day.
I'm playing with the white.
The relationship, you ain't been in this relationship for no week to be focusing on one day. It's all sorts of history that stem back farther than that day. But this is how they do. It is manipulation at play. I will say that.
I'm playing with the white dude, whatever. And I guess she felt some type of way about him. So she's like, man, leave him alone.
It's not even that. He keeps saying him.
I said, what?
Whatever he said, I thought he was talking about me. He kept saying,
it was a miscommunication.
Yeah, like he like.
Definitely not.
It had to be because I was like, oh yeah, you a bitch for that. He like, ooh, wham. I wasn't even talking to you. I'm talking to the other nigga. Ooh, wham.
Cat.
What are you talking about?
Rock, have you ever have you ever had a sober day?
Shut the fuck up, yes.
No, don't
you
tell me to shut
niggas
the fuck up. Hey,
he said, "Have you ever had a sober day?" See, you was asking for that. You was asking for that. Have you ever had a sober day? She said, "Shut the fuck up." Damn. She said, "Shut the fuck up." That's crazy.
I'm being very cool.
You're not talking to me.
I'm being very cool, but you come and disrespect me. That's your fucking problem. Couldn't have been mine. You wouldn't have did half of that shit.
You're not really talking to me.
That's on Jesus Christ. You would have did that shit.
What happened?
Couldn't have been mine. Couldn't have been mine.
You wouldn't have did none of that shit.
You're not really talking to me. It's cool.
So Blueface was talking to somebody else.
You're not really talking to me. I can drink liquor. I can drink liquor. I can do whatever the fuck I want, bro.
Well, let's finish the story. So
toxic.
Got over 60,000 over my body. Like,
so
boy, you talking about all that weird shit. Like,
but you're still toxic.
Nigga, nobody's toxic.
You have 100,000.
If I feel the way I feel, I feel the way I feel, nigga. If I
I'm
feel
glad you made it out of that, dog.
That's your man.
You feel disrespected. Yeah, he's my man. Okay, cool. This is the same nigga that will call me a bitch. So what do you mean?
And that's the same nigga that you are with, ma'am. You can't downplay it to be like this a disrespectful nigga that'll call me a bitch and all of that shit and he ain't shit and then all of that. You with the nigga. You with him. You with him and you ain't gonna leave. So what we talking about?
What do you think?
What are you talking about?
Do you do something?
What are you talking about?
Do you do something?
Nigga, it's not even that.
Do you
It's
feel like when he calls you one, are you acting like that?
And I can't say it back without a
justified.
fight.
You saying it should be justified?
When he call me a bitch, okay, cool. When I call him a bitch, it's a fight.
That shit ain't justified.
Straight up.
Know how to talk to your man.
Crazy. Don't do that woman shit.
It's not a woman
Know how to
shit,
talk
bro.
to
She
your
know
man.
what's going on, nigga. If you,
I understand that.
We're politicking.
Rock, I understand that, but we also
That shit really hurt me.
Man.
I understand.
That shit really hurt me.
Wait, look.
So if I can't call you a
understand
bitch,
that
you
part.
can call me a bitch and we're gonna fight
You gotta talk over
because I called you a bitch.
You just can't listen to nobody. Huh?